Welcome to Scale Her Up, the Female Entrepreneurs Show with me, Brenda Hector. I'm a business growth specialist, helping business owners to develop themselves and grow their businesses so they can achieve their goals and enjoy the lifestyle they dream of. I'm on a mission to revolutionise the entrepreneurial landscape for women in business. In every episode, I interview someone who has an inspiring story or some great advice for women aiming to start or scale their businesses. If you're new to the show, take a moment to subscribe right now so you don't miss any upcoming episodes, and please check out the previous ones after listening to this. We have an awesome Facebook community. Just search for Scale Her Up and join in. Welcome to Scale Her Up. I'm Brenda Hector, and I've got Genevieve Smith from Cancer Research UK, or more specifically, Business Beats Cancer Aberdeen, with me on the podcast today. Welcome, Genevieve.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me on.
It's really good to have you. So, yeah, where will we start? I was thinking that there's no point in having a podcast if I can't use it to publicize some of the things that I'm passionate about and that I'm involved in, particularly Business Beats Cancer in Aberdeen. So let's start off. I'll let you explain what Business Beats Cancer is.
Super. So Business Beats Cancer is an initiative that started back in 2015 in Glasgow. Some business leaders came together and hosted a fundraising dinner for the business community to raise money for Cancer Research UK. It was a huge success, raising over £40,000 on the night. And since then, it has been replicated in many other cities across the UK. Our Business Beats Cancer boards fundraise on behalf of Cancer Research UK. So they have a relationship manager like myself to kind of guide them and advise them on how to plan their events effectively and maximize fundraising. But essentially, it's a networking opportunity for the business community to come together and to raise funds for vital research for Cancer Research UK. We currently have 13 boards across the UK, with the most recent being formed in Aberdeen.
Yeah, and I joined the board. I'm the secretary of the board, and there's how many of us now? We're
seven. We have seven. Yeah,
7 members of the board. So, yeah, we're still open to more. So, if someone was interested in getting involved, what kind of people are we looking for?
We're looking for business leaders that are passionate about the cause, that want to utilise their business skills and experience maybe in a different way from their normal day-to-day jobs. It's an opportunity to work with other business leaders within the area and come together and raise funds for Cancer Research UK.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's find out a bit about Genevieve then. So you're relatively new to Cancer Research UK as well, aren't you?
I am. It's my 1-year anniversary this week.
Oh, wow. Yeah, congratulations. I didn't realise it'd been a whole year. Well done. So what inspired you to join and yeah, to take on this role?
So previous to joining Cancer Research UK, I've spent pretty much my entire career in sales, from one element of sales to the other, whether it's account management, retail sales, working for small local businesses to global organizations. And for me, there were a couple of factors that influenced my move to working at Cancer Research UK. One of them was, I think as you get older, your values change. And what was important to me 10 or 15 years ago was not so important to me a year ago. The organisation I was working with was going through some changes, so the future was a little bit uncertain. And for some time, I had been thinking about moving across into the third sector. Didn't know anything about it. I've done a bit of fundraising, a bit of volunteering in the past, but I've never actually worked for a charity. Also, I think from a more personal perspective, unfortunately, my family have been affected by cancer through losing loved ones, friends and family. So it is something that, is close to my heart. And when the opportunity arose with Cancer Research UK, I thought, well, this sounds like a good opportunity. Hopefully I've acquired some transferable skills, along the years. And yeah, a year later, here I am.
Awesome. So how many Business Beats Cancer boards do you work with?
So I work with Business Beats Cancer Dundee, who had their third gala dinner in September just past.
Mhm.
And I work with Business Beats Cancer Aberdeen, which since joining Cancer Research UK, that's been kind of one of my main tasks, is to establish a board in Aberdeen and get it up and running.
So what were the challenges you faced in making that happen? Because that's an experience that anybody, it might as well be starting a business or anything. That's an experience that anybody creating something from next to nothing. How did you go about that?
Fortunately, because Business Beats Cancer overall has been going for a number of years, we have a very good strategy, which we've been able to kind of tweak over the years to really maximise the fundraising from it. For me, the biggest challenge was actually recruiting for the board in the first place. Going out there and networking and finding individuals who would be interested in joining the board, that would be passionate about raising funds for Cancer Research UK. And yeah, just getting everyone together. There's been a lot of kind of conversations with people who are interested, but then, think, well, maybe it's not for me. And I think that's really, important to make sure that when people do join, they are committed to it, and they want to help make a difference. So the recruitment's been a challenge, but like I say, we've got 7 board members now for Aberdeen, which is fantastic.
And yeah, there were more. There were some who joined and then decided it wasn't for them as well. So yeah, it's not for everyone, I guess.
Yeah, that is very true. We are asking people to open up their professional networks. The reason that Business Beats Cancer works so well is that those board members are prepared to open up their networks, and really kind of engage with their clients, their suppliers, their professional networks to help make the initiative a success. So yeah, it's really important that people are willing and able to do that.
Yeah, and there's a time commitment, and there's there's a lot. It's a lot to ask, but I'm hoping it's going to be very rewarding. Actually, just the process of, as I see everything coming into place, a venue, a date, some entertainment, some prize donations coming in. It's quite exciting, isn't it?
It's very exciting. And now when I look back to where I was a year ago, when I had no board members and, a rough plan of what we had to achieve, it was like, gosh, this seems like a very big mountain to climb. And like you say, now we see like the pieces of the jigsaw are all kind of falling into place. We have a date, we have a venue, we're getting lots of support, which is fantastic. So yeah, it is really exciting.
So obviously we're trying to get the word out, tell people about it. How can people contribute?
There's lots of ways that people can contribute. For example, joining the board. If you are a business leader and you're interested in finding out more, then you can get in touch and find out exactly, what kind of people we're looking for to join the board. There will be sponsorship packages, which will be launching shortly. So businesses can sponsor our fundraising dinner. And there's a few different options there to kind of suit every budget. The fundraising on the night of the gala dinner will be a mixture of different things. So it'll be live and silent auctions. There'll be other kind of raffles and fundraising activities on the night. So we are looking for prizes. So whether that's a nice luxury hamper or a weekend stay, or some of the kind of really kind of money can't buy experiences, those kind of things are always fantastic to have in the silent and the live auctions as well.
So obviously there have been a number of events over the years. What's been the most impressive prize that you've seen donated?
Oh, that's a good question. We have had things like first class flights with Emirates. We've had private villas on a beach in Australia. We've had tickets to the Monaco Grand Prix, all sorts of fantastic prizes like that. Yeah, really wow prizes.
And your everyday nice prizes as well, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
hampers and dinner for two in places and golf outings and stuff like that as well. Yeah.
golf outings are really popular, yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, everything from, dinner for two, a spa package, a nice luxury hamper, all sorts. We've even had in the past, and this was a really popular item, was a giant fudge donut cake, believe it or not, from a local bakery in Dundee, which was fantastic.
So yeah, it's nice to get things that are a bit out of the box, a bit unusual. Yeah.
Definitely, yes, yes. The more unusual, the better, because again, it's one of these, these things that people can't just buy, So the more unique they are, then the more funds they can help to raise.
And what about coming along on the night?
So the one of the great things about Business Beats Cancer is it is for the business community and it is by invitation only. So you can't just buy a couple of tickets and come along on the night. The way the invitation strategy works is that the board members will invite their contacts to purchase a table, and the table hosts will invite in turn their business contacts to attend as their guests on the evening. So it is by invitation only. It is quite exclusive, which is something a little bit different, which makes kind of Business Beats Cancer a little bit different from other similar events. And the idea is that it's an excellent opportunity for all these business people to come together and do a bit of networking as well on the evening.
And so the impact that we're having then, obviously, Cancer Research UK is a well-known, well-established organisation. Where does the money go?
Where does the money go? Indeed. So it's really important that the money does go to funding research. Cancer Research UK is the only charity that funds research into over 200 types of cancer. And unfortunately, we do have to turn away good quality research projects because we can't fund them all, basically. So the money that we raise from our Business Beats Cancer dinner is really, really important in helping to continue funding high quality research projects.
So are there local projects? I think there are some projects, research projects going on in Aberdeen and then in Scotland as well. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So we have our research centres in Glasgow and Edinburgh. And it's often the misconception that people think that money isn't being spent within Aberdeen because our research centres, are in Edinburgh and Glasgow. However, we are currently funding 3 projects at the University of Aberdeen. So, there's, I think it's just under £3 million worth of funding that's going to these 3 projects. So yes, money does get spent locally as well as further afield.
Can you give us an example of an interesting project that's happening?
So at the moment, Professor Anne Donaldson at the University of Aberdeen is exploring how our cells divide by understanding more about the key molecules involved in this process. She hopes to unlock new ways to prevent, detect and treat cancer. That's just one of the projects that we're currently funding at the University of Aberdeen, which has been going on for a number of years now.
So yeah, so if I just think about it, well, why did I get involved? Because I remember when I was at school, I know that breast cancer was, the survival rates of breast cancer were not great compared to now when I'm, I won't talk about how old I am, but I'm aware that breast cancer is one of the ones that you've got a really high survival rate because there's been so much research gone into that, and I know many people that are breast cancer survivors.
That's right. Yeah, over the last 50 years, our research has helped to double breast cancer survival in the UK. And I currently know people that are going through breast cancer treatment who are responding really well to their treatment, which is fantastic, because 50 years ago, might be a very different outcome.
Yeah, and having come from a scientific background myself, like research is something that, I guess I understand, and I'm very enthusiastic about that happening. And then one of the other reasons that I've joined is because we've lost two friends to brain tumors in the last few years. The father of one of my son's friends, who was he was a good friend of ours, and then the mother of one of my daughter's friends, who also was a good friend of ours, and they from brain tumors, where it seems that needs to be an awful lot more research done into those, because I've heard of lots of people. So it's something that I feel has personally affected me and my family. So it's nice to do something in their memory and to do my little part to hope that other people don't get impacted in the same way. So if anyone's thinking of getting involved or donating or coming along, or would like to find out more about coming along, then that they need to know that the impact of any amount of money is going to affect people's lives in the future.
Absolutely. And I think it's really important that we do continue to make progress with this. I know it's very difficult at the moment with the cost of living, and everyone's household budgets are a lot tighter, but there are many ways that people can support, and all support is hugely appreciated.
And there are business benefits to getting involved, not least entertaining your clients or suppliers, or giving something that that means they can be supporting some sort of corporate social responsibility, or it ticks a whole load of boxes to get involved.
It really does. And the evenings are a fantastic night. We also have, on the night, we would have science speakers. So we have our researchers, scientists, to deliver kind of the latest science news as well. So it's really informative as well. But yeah, it is a great opportunity for kind of businesses to get involved. And like you say, it ticks a lot of boxes for them.
So what's our goal then, Genevieve?
So our goal is it is an ambitious goal, because it will be our first event, but our first fundraising dinner. We aim to achieve £40,000 funds raised through the event. It is ambitious, but I'm confident. I'm really confident. I think there's a lot of support within the Aberdeen business community. We're seeing that already, and we're only at the early stages of planning the event. So I think we will achieve that. I'm confident. And yeah, so that's our main goal. But I think as well, it's not only about raising the funds, it's about raising awareness as well. So if we can have over 200 people in the room and deliver some key messages as well, for them to take away, then I think that's also really important.
Yeah, raise awareness, make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just thinking in terms of like from the business perspective, what if you've recently joined, well, a year into the third sector, but what have you learned about the business community while you've been involved in this?
I think I would say I've been surprised at how many people are willing to give up their time and to listen, and to kind of make the time to have conversations, whether it is about joining Business Beats Cancer or some other initiative to do with Cancer Research UK. That has been pleasantly surprising, and I think that there is a lot of passion within Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire for supporting local, which is why I'm also confident that Business Beats Cancer Aberdeen will do very well. There's a lot of support within the local business community. Yeah, that would probably be my two main things.
It's funny you should say that because you know, lots of the interviews that I do with business owners, they'll say, if you need help, ask.
Mm.
You know, for people new in business, or you know, build a network, ask people for help when you need it, when you need advice, when you need expertise, to go out there and ask. And like you said, going, you know, starting going out networking and going to trying to find people to get involved, you know, how helpful everyone's been.
Yeah, people have been very generous with their time and with their connections. So if it's not something that someone can help me with directly, then they're very happy to make introductions to someone else who can, which is fantastic.
But what's been, yeah, so far before well, I guess Dundee had their event, so when they announced their total, that must have been a bit of a buzz for you. But what have been the peaks in the last year?
For me, I think actually the realization that I can do this, it seemed like a massive daunting task to go out and recruit a new board and help set up and lay the foundations for what will be a successful event. It seemed really daunting. But one of the highlights for me is the people that we have on our board, is they're all fantastic. Lots of energy, lots of enthusiasm, really easy to work with, very accommodating, and they're all passionate about what we're doing. That's been one of the highlights. And I think as well, just reflecting back to, I think it was February this year, I held an information evening just to try and kind of test the water and get some information out there and see who could potentially be interested in joining the board. And when I look back to then and how far we've come in such a short space of time is really motivating, really motivating.
So I guess it must have been a big step to come into the third sector and take that leap of change. Are you glad you did it?
I'm absolutely 110% glad I did it. Yes, I really am. I won't lie. It's been a steep learning curve. Working for a charity is very different. And there are challenges, yes, but there are so many highs as well that are just fantastic. Like you say, Business Beats Cancer Dundee announced their fantastic total of 65,000 just a month ago, and that for me was amazing. They did so well. So being able to kind of replicate similar in Aberdeen is yeah, I can't wait.
It's great to be able to see what the others are doing and pick and choose the best bits from everyone. I think that's, yeah.
Definitely. And I think that's what's really helped with the Business Beats Cancer strategy, is because we do have now 13 boards across the UK. And we can see what's working well, what's not working well, what's not worked well in one city might work well in another city. So it's really good that internally we've got strong communication channels, so that people like myself can now go out and share this information with our Business Beats Cancer board, so that everyone's kind of really getting the best of everything.
It's like franchising, really, isn't it? You've created a system, there's a process, and oh my goodness, there's a beautiful spreadsheet with everything that needs to happen. And I guess it's just about tweaking that, and yeah, when we learn something new, add that in. So yeah,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it. I
We're
love
also now kind of
this.
joining up the boards as well, so that they have opportunities to meet other board members from other boards across the UK, so that we are kind of increasing those networking opportunities, but also learning from each other's events and fundraising activities.
No, I'm very much enjoying being involved. I'm very much looking forward to the event. And yeah, oh, what will I wear?
I know.
So,
It's-
sorry, you were going to say?
I was going to say, I'm thinking I've probably got an outfit, but have I got accessories to go with it? And I must admit, over the weekend, I was looking at our Cancer Research UK eBay store. If you've ever had a look at it, there's some absolute amazing bargains on there. Really nice designer handbags and things like that. So it's worth a look.
Oh, nice plug. Yes, I will do. Yeah, because pre-loved is the way to go these days, isn't it? Yes, very
That's it. Sustainable tick.
yeah, I'll definitely have a look on there. Well done. Nice plug. Oh, goodness. Is there anything else that you want to add, Genevieve?
I think just a big thank you to everyone who's already supported Business Beats Cancer across other kind of areas, but especially Business Beats Cancer Aberdeen. We are, just starting out and planning and everything, but the support that we've received has been fantastic. A big thank you to our board members who are working so hard. And if people do want to find out more about it, then get in touch. Even if you can't commit to joining the board, there are other ways you can support through following our LinkedIn page and sharing our posts to help raise awareness of what the board's doing and wider CRUK initiatives.
Excellent. And what we're in the show notes, we'll put some links to Cancer Research UK and to the Business Beats Cancer Aberdeen, so anybody can find some more information if they want to, or be able to reach out. So thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, I've been thinking I would have you on for a while, so it's good that we've done it, and yeah, get a bit more word out.
Thank you very much. It's been great chatting to you, Brenda.
Thanks for listening to Scale Her Up, the Female Entrepreneurs Show. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes, and join our Facebook community at Scale Her Up. Please connect with me, Brenda Hector, on social media and drop me a message to let me know how you're enjoying the podcasts, or even better, pop up a review. I'll finish by reminding you that only 1 in 3 UK entrepreneurs are female, and men are 5 times more likely to scale their business to over 1 million in turnover than women are. If we started and scaled our businesses to the same extent as men, it would add £250 billion to the UK economy and provide millions of jobs. Ladies, you can do it and make a massive difference.